Woo!
Get it in the crowds. Oh, hold the mic out. What are you doing? What are we doing? Hold on. No, it's okay. It's just stuck. I was just gonna grab it.
My bad. Yeah, if you couldn't tell because I'm wearing a suit, I'm a stand-up comic. And if you couldn't tell because I'm a stand-up comic, the suit's from Goodwill. They say that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I was wondering what other fruit did to doctors. So last week, I brought an orange to my doctor's office and he started floating. Anyway, enough of personal stories. My family has been pretty upset because about 2 weeks ago, we buried our grandma. Yeah, it was her time. She didn't agree, but we got her in there. I have been hanging out with my family a lot more. I've been over to my grandma's old house and my mom's current house, Nepo baby. And while over there, I do not live a healthy lifestyle. Pretty much everything I eat comes from an air fryer, but I've invented a game with eating air fryer food. So what I'll do is I'll put the food in for a 12-minute timer, and then I'll run into the bathroom and I'll try and shower before it's done. I'll race the air fryer. I've been considering retiring this game though, because last time I played it, I was in the bathroom and I heard the 12-minute timer go off, and I wasn't even halfway done getting the clothes off my big fat body. But I like being fat though. Fat things are worshipped in my house. My mom has this fat cat, and I like fat cats because it seems like they're more experienced. Anyone who can make a career out of eating is good in my book. Just look at Garfield. He's as fat as they come, and he became the 20th president. Man, I want to be president. I would want to be a really honest president. I would never lie about the kids I'm bombing. But I don't think I would become president because I have a history with political terrorism. So they told me I was overqualified. Trump got shot. Always sucks whenever someone does your idea first, right? People think this is the first time that they had an attempt on his life, but I've been trying to get him out for every 2 weeks for the past 2 months. But I keep failing because I'm in Nebraska. I like being in Nebraska though. Being a Nebraskan's cool. But Iowa. Iowa recently got flooded. Yeah, serves them right for planting soybeans. They should have planted corn. Corn stays above the water. And soybeans can never compare to corn because you would never find soybeans in a seafood boil. What do you want in your seafood boil? Can I get snow crab legs and disappointing jelly beans? I love seafood boil restaurants. Not so much because of the food, but because I like stealing crab shell utensils. I have like 10. But I have more crab shell utensils than I have crab shells. If anyone has any crab shells, see me after the show. I want to crack them, and the zoo's already banned me. I'm just kidding. Stealing isn't in my nature. I wouldn't steal unless it's something I really, really want that isn't mine. And I really, really wanted 10 crab shell utensils. The cops are never gonna catch me. I know cops are bad because I listen to rap songs. Okay? I've realized that white guys have an easier time singing rap songs because they have a lot more spaces for breaths. And it's always the whitest people you know who listen to the most gangster rap, right? It's pretty much all my wife listens to, and her family comes from cowboys who own a horse ranch. Started from the bottom, now we're here. What was the bottom for you? A mule? The first time I went over to my mom's ranch, her dad was giving me a tour, and we walked into the living room, and above the fireplace was a bunch of paintings of horses running. And he said to me, I painted each of those paintings myself. And I said, whoa, you painted each of those paintings of horses running? You must be a pretty fast painter. I like that joke, but it's a bit of a gamble. But I've been known to be a gambling man myself. I've been to Vegas about 6 times this past year. It's been a nice break for my wife and 3 kids. We used to have 4 kids, but last year the youngest drowned. It's been a pretty big stress reliever. I've been able to go to Vegas a lot more. My wife doesn't like me going to Vegas. That's not the full story, actually. My wife doesn't like me. She's been trying to file for divorce for the longest time, but she's gonna stand on her high horse and act like I'm the villain here. but she's never gonna tell you she was in an episode of To Catch a Predator. Yeah. It was the episode where they caught me. I love To Catch a Predator. Chris Hansen is like my favorite man on earth. Imagine you're a predator and you're talking to a kid online and you ask, hey, is this Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC? And he says no. And so you go to the decoy house and guess who's there? Chris Hansen with motherfucking Dateline NBC. I'd be more embarrassed about that than being an actual pedophile. That's gotta be embarrassing. They are stupid. The people on that show are really stupid, but especially the men. Because in no episode of that show was a woman ever caught. I don't doubt women predators exist, but they're not getting caught by Chris Hansen, okay? And I think that goes to show that women are smarter than men. And I wholeheartedly believe that. I believe that women are smarter than men. Because about 7 years ago, I was in a Subway sandwich shop, and there was a flavor, because it was attached to an ice cream shop, and there was a flavor called Huckleberry, and it was a purple ice cream. And I didn't know what it was, so I asked the lady working, I asked, hey, what's in the Huckleberry ice cream? And she said, Huckleberry? And based on her hesitation, I thought that she just didn't know. I thought we had like a shared confusion about the matter. So I assumed that it was a blueberry ice cream, and I got it. And it was the best tasting ice cream I think I had ever gotten. This isn't a joke. And so I spent years going to stores trying to find a tub of blueberry ice cream that was just as good, but nobody did it like Subway. And it wasn't until I was in one of these stores that I passed by the sparkling water section, and there was a flavor of sparkling water called Huckleberry with a picture of a berry on it that I hadn't seen before. And for the first time in my life, I considered that a huckleberry might actually be a real berry. And that means 7 years ago, I looked that lady in the eye and I asked her, what's in the huckleberry flavor? And then when she told me huckleberry, I thought she didn't know. For 7 years, men are stupid. Women, you're also stupid. You're not off the hook, right? I've been friends with a lot of women, and so I know a lot of women's deep dark secrets, and I want to share them with you guys. Women talk about pooping like it is a religion, okay? Every girl I know has been backed up for a week since 3 weeks ago. Every time they text me, it's like a different war story. There was mud and blood all over me, and all I heard was Men, back in elementary school, we thought girls didn't poop, and we were right! It's scary, I don't understand it! Anyway guys, my name is Cole Scomo, you guys have been amazing. Ladies, eat your fiber, men, read more books, and that is my set.
Give it up for Cole.